Hello, welcome to the workshop. My name's Josh. This is my workshop. Today we're going to have a look at the Lumberjack Drum Sander. Are you ready? Okay, cool. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a quick little video today looking at a couple things. Firstly, what we're going to do is we're going to do a real world test. I have a bunch of floorboards here brought over by a client. They've asked me if we can clean them up a little bit and turn them into a desktop. Obviously, you can see the bottom and the top there. They've seen better days. That's cool. For sure. The second thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a swirly line test. I've had a bunch of people ask for one of these. So basically, what we're going to do is we've got this piece of timber here. This is a flattened bit of pine. This has been made up for a flag blank, you know, the wavy flag things that look really cool. What I've done is I've machined it all so everything's the same thickness, and we've sanded it all and planed it so that everything's bang on, because what we want to do is we want to test to see how parallel the drum is to the bed on the sander. So easiest way that we're going to do that is we're going to take this side and we're going to draw a wavy line all over it. Tell you what, let's do a whole bunch of lines. Okay, all the way to the edge, and then as we run the sander through it, we're going to be able to see where the sander is hitting at all the places and where we're going to be able to see where it's hitting and where it isn't, and to make sure that the drum and the belt or the bass is all parallel, because obviously this is no good, this is no good, we need it like that, right? And with these I have removed all of the stones that I can find, all of the nails that I can find, all of the staples that I can find, and I hope everything is out, because I do not want to rip the paper or the belt because they're mad expensive, as are all drum sanders. You can see here we've done a little bit of repair to this. We popped some glue in there just to check and clear up any issues that we might have had. I've just got a massive splinter in my hand. Ow. Right, cool. So what we'll do is we will start with this test, because I'm pretty sure that running this stuff through is probably going to screw up the belt, or just in case that it does. Right, one last thing to do, look, before we start running it through. So I'm checking this with the calipers. This is 58.5 mil on this end. This is 58.5 mil on this end. And here we are 58.4 and 58.4. So I'll take that 1/10 of a mil over what is effectively 1/10 of a mil over 600 mil. All right, so right, let's give this a go. So for anybody who hasn't seen this machine before, super simple. You have your speed here. This determines the belt speed. Emergency stop, on, off, overload protection, and your fuse. Okay, shouldn't need to touch these as long as you're being careful. One thing to remember with the drum sander is it's not a thicknesser, all right? It's not there to thickness the material, it's there to sand and just take off a tiny, tiny amount. Even with the big industrial unit that we have over there, I still probably only take off 1/4 mil at a time. All right, so let's get at it. So the emergency stop is off. Turn it on. You can see here, this is our depth gauge. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that, drop that down, probably to about there. So we're going to start really gentle and ease the machine into the sound, okay? So we're listening when it kicks in. So it's got a nice gentle takeoff. On sand as much as anything. So as you can see here, right, what we've done is we've taken off this section here. So what that says to me is, I'm betting that this has cut slightly in the middle. Try again, we'll take it down just a tiny bit more. Slow the belt down a little bit. see we're pretty much taking from here to here, which, yeah, I think this is definitely cut in the middle. We'll just do another. So here we can see, right, so we've extended it. We were from here, now we've gone from here to here, so I would put money on it that this is cut slightly. So we've adjusted it, just another, like, maybe not even quarter of a mil. And again, we'll listen in and we'll go from there. We always want to be ready to back this off if it bogs down too much, because it will just cut out. So that's where we're at, look, so probably another quarter of a mil and we'll be away, I reckon. And then we whip round, like you were saying. So let's have a quick look at this. Okay, cool. So we'll have a quick look. If you notice, couple of things to notice from this. You can see the lines, right? It's a fixed drum sander. So the paper's always going to be going in a single direction. It doesn't move left to right. So you will, regardless of whatever drum sander you get straight lines on it. Whether it's this one or whether it's a big industrial unit. If it's a drum sander, you're going to get straight lines on it like this, okay? This isn't necessarily what I would call a finish, even though I've got this set up with 80 grit. I wouldn't necessarily use this as a finish sander. I would use this to get everything to where I wanted it to be, and then I'd finish up with my Deros or any sort of random orbital sander. Another thing to note as well is this section here took until the last pass to get done. What I'm figuring is everything else was doing, and on this edge here, it was going from this edge to this edge perfectly fine. So there's nothing wrong with the bed being out of parallel. I think that's purely to do with movement in the timber. I made this blank up probably about 2 or 3 months ago now, and it's been in the workshop, and it's been hot, and then it's been cold. One day it got to like 45 degrees in here, and today it's absolutely chucking it down with rain. So yeah, but for what it is, I'm really pleased with that. Yeah. Now this is going to be this is the one that I'm a little bit concerned about. Not because I don't think the machine can handle it. I'm just a little bit concerned that maybe it might tear the paper up or something like that. But again, we're going to take it slow. We're going to be nice and easy with it. And hopefully, everything goes okay. I think what I might do. So one of the reasons I didn't want to use the planer, right, was because this is the top face. If there's any bits of metal, any bits of stone or anything in there, that's going to create no end of hassle for me. So I think what I might do is, just so that we can get a proper touch on it with the sander, is I'm going to quickly run the back of these through the old Lumberjack planer, get everything thickness down to the same as width, depth, thickness. And then what I'm going to do is then we'll run them through the sander and try and tidy up the front edge. All right, so let's do that then. Again, look, the only reason we're running these through the planer is because we're machining the back face, not the top face. I wouldn't want to run the top face of the floorboard through the planer. See the issue we're dealing with. We've got this section here, there, and a little bit. You can touch them all. We're going to run it through, get everything to exactly the same thickness, and then work it through. Okay, cool. So you can see now what we've done is we've gone and thickness it all. So obviously these sections have been hit with a belt sander at some point in the past. we're not going to do them. But everything's smooth. The client did say that they didn't want a super clean finish. They wanted a rustic finish, which is hence why we're going to sand the back side of these and try and keep some of this character. But we shall see. The staple I didn't see, that's why it doesn't go through the planer. Right then, so all finished and sorted. Should we show you how it turned out then? You can make your own choices then, can't you? So here we go, look. So this is the wavy line jobby, basically. As you can see, look, get right in close. You can see the grain marks. This was 80 grit, okay? So it's worth bearing in mind. It's not going to give you a super fine finish. For me, it's about stock removal on that machine. And yeah, it is beautifully finished for what I need it to be. Here we go. So these are the floorboards. Now, look, it's worth pointing out, when the customer came to me, what he said was he wanted a clean but rustic finish. So he didn't want everything taken away. He didn't want everything removing off of the boards. He just wanted a clean but rustic finish ready for his table desktop. Yeah? And so this here, this is what we've got. So obviously this is all going to be finished, sanded up with the Deros. You can see a little bit of woodworm here, but obviously we'll cut all that out and we'll move that away. The only things I really need to be concerned about are these sections here, but again, you can see where the drum sander's kicked in, and then obviously where it hasn't. So we don't want to remove too much of that, but we do need to pick like these sections up where we've got the grain poking out, because that's going to be an issue. But all things considered, I think that sander's done an amazing job. So what do you think then, eh? Do you think it's a good unit? Do you think it's a rubbish unit? Would you buy one? Would you not buy one? What would you use one for? You let me know below what you think. You have a wonderful day. Take it easy. And if you have anything else you'd like me to try, look at, figure out, do, just let me know and we'll have a look, all right? Nice one. You take it easy. Have fun.